You know, if you made up a list of the great animators of all time, the name Bob Clampett would have to be right up there at the top, no doubt about it. His work with Warner Brothers is legendary. And for millions of us who grew up watching his magic appear on the screen, this is how many of us were introduced to his work.
Join us for fun with Beany and...
Lovable, gullible, harmless, 10 foot tall and wet. Cecil the seasick sea serpent, created by Bob Clampett.
I see.
So come on, kids, let's rip our lids.
Higher than the moon,
'cause how could Beany Cecil in?
oh, hello, the cartoon. I've got you captured, you old leopard. You won't get away this time.
Help, Cecil, help!
I'm coming, Beany boy! I'm coming! Howdy! Very happy to be here. Harold, you're green too.
Yes. Hello, Cecil, the seasick sea serpent. What a treat. I grew up watching Cecil and Beany and your cartoons. The animation to this day still is beautiful. The color is wonderful. That plays.
Thank goodness.
It plays so well. They even you even have out your own VCR now, right?
The cross country this week.
Now, most of these things don't hold up over the years like that. What do you think is it that makes Cecil and Beany still attractive these days?
Well, we put a little more love into it, I think, and we just had a marvelous time making the cartoons, and people seem to love Captain Huff and Puff and Dishonest John and all of them.
Bob, where did the story idea come from in the first place?
The story idea? Well, actually, when I was a youngster, I saw a movie with Wallace Beery called The Lost World, in which Willis O'Brien, who later animated King Kong, animated a dinosaur character that at the end of the picture was sailing out in the water. I started making drawings of it, and that was the concept at that time.
Some of your other work is very well known. You created and co-created some of the most magical characters ever to appear on the screen. And let's take a look at some right now.
Well, here's Daffy Duck, and director Tex Avery, with my help on story, made the first Daffy Duck cartoon. And then Tex had me animate the first scene of Daffy jumping around the lake doing the woo-woos. Here is Porky Pig. We developed a little gang of characters, and one of them was named after Porky and Beans. There was a little black cat, a little fat pig boy, Porky and Beans, which then developed into the stuttering pig Porky.
Isn't that what? Oh, my gosh. What year was this? What year did all this
Well,
take place?
Daffy Duck was in 1936 and Porky in 1934.
This is one of my favorites.
Now, Tweety is a character that I created by myself, and I patterned it after my own nude baby picture. And later the censors came along and said, hey, that bird looks naked. And so what I did was put yellow feathers on him. That's how he became a canary.
He was banned in Montreal,
Well,
wasn't
that's what they say up there. I didn't know about that till later.
Why was Tweety banned? No clothes?
Yes, because originally he was a little naked bird, you see. He looked the same, but he was naked. And down below, you'll see a couple of later story sketches of Tweety with the footy tat Sylvester and so forth.
Oh, yeah. Well, here, let's just pan along there. Let's take a look at the storyboard. This is what takes place in the artist's studio. And this is how they start out before they bring them alive on the screen.
And Bugs Bunny, which all of us kind of gang tackled, Tex Avery and Chuck Jones and Friz Freely and Bob McKimson and myself. But this is one of my pictures, Falling Hair, which actually Warner's put up as their entry for the Oscar that year. And Steven Spielberg, who was a great fan of it, actually it was Bugs Bunny and a Gremlin. And so Steven Spielberg is using this clip from this picture to advertise his new feature, Gremlins. You'll see it in the theater advertising.
Well, congratulations. That is just remarkable.
Yeah, we're tickled to be associated with him.
What do you have a favorite? Is there one that when you sit down and you begin to work on that just pops to mind?
Well, I'll tell you, when you work with characters, you feel like children. You know, you love all of them. And when somebody says, hey, which one of your 6 children or 80 children do you like? What do you say, Harold?
All of them. Don't put me in that spot. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I want to thank you for the wonderful hours of enjoyment that you've provided. And it lives on. Beany and Cecil, right here.
Sure
yes,
does.
indeed. You can pick it up at the store now if you have a VCR machine at home. Again, best of luck.
Thank you
Thank you,
both.
Bob.
Yeah.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with more of AM.